Hey guys, I'm here to talk to you guys. I know I haven't done one of these in a while. I got busy with other stuff, but uh, I'm just going to talk about Smash because that's kind of relevant nowadays. So um, I'm just going to talk about my overall thoughts now that the game is out. So I'm going to start with my mains. My mains currently right now are Yoshi and Mario. Of course, you guys would know my main is Yoshi if you've ever seen my Zero to Death combo video. Some of you may not consider it a Zero to Death combo, but I do because it's to me what constitutes a combo should the definition of a combo should be changed nowadays because the Smash games have changed and you know you can't expect something that's a combo that a melee combo to work in Smash 4 because Smash 4 is obviously not melee. So I feel like the definition of a combo should change because the game's changed. I don't know. Maybe that's just me. I consider it a Zero to Death. You may not, but maybe that's because you've been playing too much melee. Point is, I use Yoshi mainly, and I've been getting really good with Mario. Those are my two mains currently. I do want to get really good with all the Pokemon. You know, I really like Pikachu. Pikachu's really good. And I also really like Greninja. But I do want to get good with Jigglypuff and Charizard. And am I missing one? Let's see. Charizard, Pikachu, Jigglypuff, Greninja. Yeah, I'm missing one. I can't remember. Point is, I want to get good with all the Pokemon, especially when Mewtwo comes out. That way I can be considered a Pokemon master, which honestly would make me feel kind of cool. Yeah, no, I really like the game in terms of not only characters and roster, but system as well. I feel like the system. Sakurai said in an interview before the game's release that it was trying to kind of make it in between the casualness of Brawl and the competitiveness of Melee, and I think he hit the nail on the head with this game because there's a lot of competitive aspects to this game that weren't in Brawl, and it's also got that kind of, not to be rude, but casual floatiness and multiple air dodge stuff, and yeah, I don't know. I like the floatiness. It gives more defensive options because I feel like Melee was missing that. I feel like you got punished a little too much for screwing up just a little bit in Melee, which I know is the point of fighting games, but you know, this I don't know how to explain it. I just have a weird opinion. That's all. I will say this though, the the level selection in Smash 4 in terms of stages is really lame, and I get that's because Sakurai and his team were busy working on the Wii U version. They didn't want to spend too much time on the 3DS version, which, if you think about it, the 3DS version had a demo, and the 3DS version in itself is like a demo of the Wii U version, which, you know, so you basically got a demo of a demo when the demo of the 3DS version came out. You know, demo. And it's kind of crazy to think about how lackluster the 3DS version is in comparison to the Wii U version. Currently, the day is, let me look. I think it's the 12th today at 11:31 midnight, which you might as well consider the 13th. But to kind of go off into a tangent a little bit, the Mario Kart 8 DLC is going to be release soon. I already pre-ordered it the day they allowed you to, so I'm just kind of patiently waiting for it at this point. Okay, enough about Mario Kart. Back to Smash. In terms of characters that I really hate fighting, I really hate fighting, let me think. I don't really hate fighting Rosalina, I just, it's one of those things that, you know, I've only fought Rosalina like twice, and now my brother's girlfriend is trying to main Rosalina, and, you know, fighting her with Mario, a character I just started using recently, was really hard for me, because again, I've only ever fought her like twice, so I still don't quite understand what to do. I'm getting the hang of it though, because, you know, I've learned to, you know, kind of take care of Luma and Rosalina at the same time. More of your attention should be focused on Luma at the beginning, and then kind of, you guys get what I mean. But characters I legitimately hate fighting, let me think about that for a second. Let's see, characters I hate fighting. That's a tough one, because there's a lot of characters in this game. I guess I really hate fighting characters with a range. So Mega Man's not so bad because his range is terrible. Oh, by the way, Mega Man is bad in this game. I guess I don't like fighting Robin. Robin can be kind of a pain in my butt. Oh, this is easy. Link. Link has always been kind of my Achilles heel. I'm learning how to fight Link. I feel like I've gotten pretty good at fighting him as of now, but before, like a week ago, I used to have such a bitch of a time. Like, he was a pain in my dick, you know, fighting Link. I got kind of good at it after a while, but in every Smash game before this, I could just not get the hang of it. So you can just throw out a wall of stuff and you can't do anything. And, no, that's pretty much it. Link is really the only character I hate fighting aside from Robin. Robin's pretty lame. What else was there? Let me think. No, yeah, Robin and Link. Those are pretty much the only two. I've been see. For those of you that have seen the, I don't know what Reddit is, but my brother talks about Reddit all the time, and he says there's a tier list for the game up on this Reddit thing, and apparently the tier list says that Yoshi is top tier. I'll have you know that I used Yoshi before it was cool. If you guys have seen my Zero to Death video I posted like a month ago, you'd know that. And I used Yoshi pretty much since the game came out. I mean, it took me about a week to find my main, but you know, after that I found Yoshi, and really just I don't know. I mean, the tier list says that Yoshi is uber like S tier, not like broken, because a lot of other characters are up in that S tier. By a lot, I mean Yoshi. Well, I can't remember off the top of my head. All I know is that Yoshi's up there along with some other characters, and like I said, I'll just say now that I was using Yoshi before it was cool, and I have people that'll back me up on this. So, to me, I feel like Yoshi's really good in this game, like really, really good. I wouldn't say like he's S tier, because he's got a lot of problems. You know, if he fights a character with a lot of range, he has a lot of trouble getting in. You know, but he can take care of pretty much any character with close range combat really easily, except for Mario. I feel like Mario vs. Yoshi is a lot of fun in this game. I feel like it's the funnest matchup in the game, in my opinion. When that matchup shows up online, It's just so much fun. Which is part of the reason I started maining Mario, because, you know, I just love playing the Mario vs Yoshi matchup a lot, right? So, and good things about Yoshi that I like are his ability to move around the stage without any real problem, and his aerials. His aerials are, in my opinion, the best in the game. They're super good. Minimal recovery, minimal to none, actually. The only ones with recovery are his down air and his forward air. That's about it. And the recovery on those is minimal, except for down air, which is kind of mid recovery. But and the really good things about Mario that I've noticed are his grab combo game. Like, you get a grab and you can get massive damage if you do it right. Like almost 60 to 70 damage per grab, especially if you get the grab off at 0%. Like, they're done. And I wasn't really expecting Flood to be as good as it is, but Flood is like really good at this game. You know, if people misjudge their recovery, you know, they go into recover high and they miss the ledge or something, you just use Flood and push them like halfway across the screen. They have no chance of getting back. However, I'm still trying to get the hang of that, because, you know, I've been able to Flood a few people off edge a couple times, but, you know, I'm not 100% consistent at it yet, because it's actually really hard to make reads like that. Believe it or not, a lot of people go for the edge, and because of that, it's really hard to push them. You know, when they're so low. In order for me to do that, I'd have to jump off edge and chase them, and wait for them to do their up B, and then do it, which would basically make me kill myself. Speaking of killing yourself, I really. Two things one thing I don't like about characters in this game is Bowser. The only thing I don't like about Bowser is the side B grab. And I know what you're thinking, Zach, you shouldn't be even getting hit by that. Bowser's side B grab is so easy to read and dodge. Well, I mean, not online when it's kind of, I don't know. It's hard. You see, playing people in person and playing people online are two completely different things. It may not sound like much, but there's a difference there. It's almost like you can sense what people are going to do when they're in the same room as you, but when they're across the internet, it's way too hard. And I mean, when I use Yoshi or Mario, I can take care of them no problem. But you get grabbed by the stray side B every once in a while and give them a free win. It's like, why don't they just patch that out? It can't be that hard. Like, they did it for a bunch of other stuff. So just make it so when Bowser wins with side B, it counts as a no contest, or they lose or something. Like, or maybe even go to sudden death. Like, I'd be cool with that. At least give us a chance to fight it. Thankfully though, I haven't really run into much of that, so it's really no big deal, but characters that I've been trying to get into but haven't quite got the hang of yet. Kirby is definitely one of those guys. Because if you guys heard my previous discussions, Let's Talks, I stated that I used to use Kirby in Brawl because of its crazy good aerial game and his crazy good defensive game. And, well, I feel like Kirby is really good in this game, right? Like, don't get me wrong, I think he's really good. His combo potential's great, you know, his defensive ability is great, like it always has been. However, I feel like Yoshi is just the new Kirby, because I used Kirby because of his great aerials and his great defensive ability and combo ability when you really needed it, but Yoshi's got all that in spades. Like, he's got some crazy amazing aerials and some crazy defensive ability, and Not only that, but some crazy offensive ability. Like, his combo game is just insane. Like, for example, I've been able to get this off like 110% of the time. If you get them up to, I think about 110%, and you hit the forward air spike on stage and they'll bounce off the floor, you can actually do up air before you even touch the floor, and they'll combo, and they will die most likely every single time. It's so easy to get because if you can hit the forward air, you can do up air right after it. It's so good. It's oh guys. And there's another. Most of his combos either stem from it either goes from neutral air to jab combo, or jab combo to forward air, or sometimes even jab combo to down air if they're at the right percent and if you're fighting the right character. And sometimes, depending on the percent, depending on how floaty the character is, like Jigglypuff for example. If I'm fighting a Jigglypuff, my main game plan is to get forward air to back air. I know what you're thinking. That sounds incredibly contradictory, Zach. Does that even work? And I'm here to tell you, yes it does. And it is the coolest thing. Because basically what ends up happening is you get the forward air, but since Yoshi recovers so quickly from the forward air, you can basically air drift yourself. That's what it's called when you control yourself in the air. You basically air drift yourself backwards toward the opponent, because basically when you do forward air, you basically fly forward in an arc, right? But you can recover from the forward air and kind of air drift yourself back to where the opponent was before you use forward air, and hit them with back air. And only the last two hits of the tail on the back air actually hit, but since the third hit of the back air is the one with all the knockback, they'll probably die. And obviously they need to be at a high percent to do this, but I've only gotten it off maybe 5 times, but it's incredibly effective, let me tell you. And speaking of incredibly effective, I really like the hit sound effects in this game. It reminds me of 64, and 64 had the greatest sound effects on the planet. Yeah, I really love the sound effects in this game because they sound like you're breaking bones when you hit people, and it's just so satisfying. Especially for characters like Yoshi, for example, because since the back air's got 3 hitboxes, right? And they just go flying, and the down air as well, because it's got, like, I think it's somewhere along the lines of 10 to 15 hitboxes. Oh, and speaking of the down air, if you hit, let's say, you just neutral jumped in down air, because that actually works, because people roll into it, or people run into it. People are stupid, right? They just run into stuff. What I end up doing is jab combo, and then I'll neutral jump into down air sometimes, because they get up roll into your down air. And basically, when that happens, sometimes, not all the time, I think it's like a 45% of the time occurrence here, but sometimes if Yoshi hits the ground before he finishes his down air, sometimes the opponent will be sitting on their ass like they tripped, which will give you a free side smash. Although it seems completely random, and again, it only happens like 45% of the time, but it gives you a free kill when that happens, so look out for that. I haven't really talked about Mario much. The things I really like about Mario is I feel like he's got one of the easiest forward air spikes in the game, alongside Yoshi, because Yoshi's I think is a little easier. But, and I really like Mario Smashes in comparison to Yoshi's. Because I mean, Yoshi Smashes are really good, especially his up smash. His up smash is too godlike. It actually reminds me of Fox's. But I like Mario Smashes in comparison because sure they don't cover as much range, but they're a lot faster. And when it comes to Smashes, I feel like you need that speed, except for Yoshi, because Yoshi's just too fun and too good. Like I said, I was using Yoshi before it was cool. Like, go watch my Zero to Death combo video. No, but I was I really like Mario Smashes because, especially on his forward smash, because that has two hitboxes. Either you hit them with the smash, but you hit them with your hand instead of the fireball, and it's kind of like the sour spot. It doesn't have very much knockback, and I think it does like 5% less damage. And then it's got the tipper hitbox where you basically hit them with the fireball that comes out of your hand, and that has a lot more knockback and does, I think, about 5% more damage than the sour hitbox. And I feel like his down smash is really good because people like to roll in this game, and when that happens, either you neutral jump and do stuff, or you down smash. And because Mario's down smash is so good, like way better than Yoshi's, because Yoshi's is actually really bad. That's the only bad thing about Yoshi, in my opinion, is down smash. But Mario's is really good because it actually reminds me of Roy, because Roy's down smash comes out really fast, and doesn't have a lot of recovery from what I can remember. And that is basically Mario's down smash in a nutshell, except it doesn't cover as much range. But it's really good to counter people that roll all the time, roll happy people. So yeah, down smash for days, and like I said earlier, if you get a throw off from Mario, especially down throw, you can basically up tilt, wait for them to hit the ground and do stuff, and then grab them again. Basically like a cheap free chain grab for a lot of damage. And if they're smart and they jump out of your up tilts, you can just jump up and up air them. You basically have to condition them to tell them, okay, to counter this, I gotta jump out of this. But when you condition them to do that, you're also conditioning them to, get hit by your up airs, because you're going to jump and up air them to counter their jump. And basically when you tell them, okay, so I can't jump out of this, maybe you'll just try to air dodge and see what happens. If they air dodge, you just grab them and keep up tilting. And that's what I like about Mario. It's basically a huge mix-up when you use the grab off. And if you do it right, because some people, right, they'll jump out of your up tilts and air drift backwards. Basically, when that happens, if you read that correctly, you can jump up and forward air them when they do that. It's basically a free spike, and it feels really good. It's really easy to get off because, like I said, you're making a read, but also if you condition them before that happens, you're conditioning them to jump out of your grab combo up tilt stuff. If you condition them to do that, basically you turn your mix-up read into something that you knew. It's not really much of a read, of a guess, if you knew it was going to happen, right? And that's what I like about Mario so much. If you make the right read, you're going to get massive damage. And to me, it's a lot of people do the same thing. So it's the only problem I have with Mario, right, is his inability to kill. Like, see, here's my problem as a player, okay? My problem as a player is that I don't smash. I just kill people with my normals. And that to me is a flaw in terms of me as a player, because when I use characters that don't kill with their normals, like Mario for instance, it's really hard for me to win because, again, I don't kill people. Like, I can get them up to 210%, and I won't be able to kill them because, again, I won't smash. But I mean, I've been getting pretty good at that recently. Like, I've learned to side smash with Mario more often than down smash. But before a couple days ago, when I learned how to play Mario, I wasn't smashing at all because again, I was solely a Yoshi main at that point. And Yoshi has basically no problem killing with his normals. His up air will kill, his down B will kill, his back air will kill, his forward air will even kill. Like, Yoshi has no trouble knocking people out with his normals, but Mario, on the other hand, does have trouble killing people with his normals, and that to me took a lot of time to get used to, because after just, murdering people left and right with their normal attacks, it may not sound like much, but making that switch took me a long time. I did eventually get used to it, and I have some people that can vouch for that, like my brother, for instance, if he ever, comes on and makes YouTube videos with me. But, in terms of characters that I want to learn other than the Pokemon, I really want to learn how to play, DK in this game, because I used to main DK in Project M, because DK was just really good in PM. And DK to me feels pretty close to his PM counterpart, minus the speed and all the aerial control you have in PM. But his normals are pretty much identical in terms of frames and stuff. The only thing that's not the same is his dash attack, and that's going to take me a while to get used to. Also, they changed some stuff when it comes to DK in the air, because back in PM, you couldn't do DK's down B in the air, but in this game you can for whatever reason, and it's incredibly useless, but I like spiking people with it sometimes. It's just hilarious, because they'll be under you trying to recover or something or hit you with stuff. They'll just be smack with the down B in midair, and they'll just go straight down because they're stupid and don't know how to watch out for stuff like that. Dumbasses. No, but I've been using DK a little bit, and from the looks of it, his up tilt is still really good, and his back air is still godlike. His grabs seem to have been nerfed though, for sure. And that to me is a problem, because DK got a lot of his damage off of his grabs. In PM and stuff, maybe not a lot of it, but I'd say 60% of it, and the other 40% came from up tilts and back airs and stuff. But and they also changed DK's up B on the ground. They changed it into like some cyclone thing. It's really weird, because in PM it just basically used to be his up B in the air, but he just kind of sat in place. You can move left and right quite a bit. That's about it. It was really good as a get off move, because it only hit them once, and you could do it straight out of your shield. So if they're like pressuring your shield, you could just kind of do it, and they'd get the fuck off you real quick. But in this game, you can still do that. But in this game, they changed it to this cyclone thing where he automatically moves forward, and it's got super armor, so that he can't be hit out of it no matter what. And it's cool because it like vacuums the opponent in, and they take lots of damage from it. I think it's somewhere around 23%, and it's really useful for edge guarding. If they decide to edge guard high, or if they're on ledge and they decide to jump up on the stage off of the ledge, you can just do that. They could just be taking massive damage and get back off the stage, and then you can spike them with down air or forward air even. Yeah, and that's what I really like about DK in this game. However, I feel like he's a lot more sluggish than he used to be. What else is there? Oh, and Lucario's looking pretty good in this game, because they basically buffed how much damage he does when his aura is up, and they also buffed his recovery, so the more damage you take, the farther it goes. And when he gets to like 100%, it goes really far. Because of that, he's really hard to kill. And because he's got that survivability that he didn't have in Brawl, he can do a lot more damage to you than you can do to him before he dies. I don't know, it's a little bit ridiculous how that character works, and I feel like they need to nerf him a bit because he's impossible to kill. Like, you can't do it. You have to either roof him or spike him. You're not killing him any other way. And to me that's a problem because he can live to 270, 250%, and you know, they'll kill you long before they get to that point. But, well, guys, I've been talking about Smash for half an hour. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but I figured out how to get rid of the fuzzy mic stuff. So now you guys should be able to hear my voice clearly. Hope you guys like that. But I'm gonna end this off here. So I hope you guys enjoyed what you listened to. Hope you guys got some homework done. You know, hope you guys learned something. If you guys liked the video, why not like the video? If you guys like my voice, why not subscribe? Because I do stuff like this all the time, or at least I'm trying to get into the habit of doing it more often. You guys seem to like this stuff. But with all that said, I'm Zach, and I'll see you guys next time. Thanks a lot for watching, everyone.